It's Dub Life, every Sunday afternoon. It's Dub Life, Natalie and Kaya too. If you ride the horse, hey, make sure you squeeze it tight. It's Dub Life tonight.
Safety.
Hey friends. Hey Rufus. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, buddy? Welcome to a new episode of Life of the Dubs with Rufus and I. Rufus, look, they're there. You see them? Can you see them? Maybe? Big Rufus head. Oh, that's a sweet boy. A new... oh, a sweet Bobby. New episode of Life with the Dubs coming at you right now. And this will be a more local kind of around the house video. I think we're back in order now. We had championship, trip to Myrtle Beach, all that stuff going on. Six Flags. We're actually going to be going back to Six Flags in the next episode for a spring festival. But for this episode, I promised you a collection update. So we're going to do a look at our shelves of figures and give you a collection update there. Show you where things live now. We even since the one whatever episode it was where Kai and I were opening figures and we rearranged things have moved primarily because of how many turtles came at one time, and I had to find a new home for them. So I'm going to give you a collection update to start with, and then Natalie and I are actually going to see 3 movies this weekend. We're going to see Air, the Nike Michael Air Jordan movie. We're going to go see Creed 3 finally, and then we're going to see John Wick 4. So that's on the agenda for us over the weekend. Kai's not interested in any of those, so she won't go. But we also have a very special surprise that should happen tomorrow, and we're going to meet a new cast member, so to speak. And we will meet that person tomorrow. So that's what we have in store. We're going to start off. I'm going to give you a shelf and collection update right now. Actually, before that, if you've been watching the Wednesday videos, I think you've seen 2 of our Pop and Swap Challenge videos. And so that's Natalie's pieces. Here's my pieces. I am probably going to paint some today. That I may not show you on this video because that'll be in the Pop and Swap. But we're well in the middle of the Pop and Swap video of Mythic Legions. So check out the Wednesday videos if you want to see more about this. I've never painted at all. Well, I mean, I'm very minor, I guess, but I'm not painting an action figure. So this will be my first time doing that. Gonna start in here. Hopefully nothing's on the ground. In this shelf, I need to get risers for these shelves. I harvested them to put in there, which we'll look at last. But we got the Mirage Ninja Turtles. I think that's all Mirage Turtle stuff there. I do not have the black and white turtles, but I think I have everything else from the Mirage TMNT line from NECA. And then here is kind of a miscellaneous. So we've got the Universal Monsters. Sorry about the glare. Not much I can do about that. See, I got the new Casey Jones and Invisible Donatello. So I have all the Universal Monster mashups. Got all the Last Ronin stuff. I have that black and white Usagi because I don't really know where to put that. And then I've got the Figuarts. Now, the other comics, the Archie comics, I have in the main case, but that's where those go. And then down here we got just kind of a miscellaneous 80s type shelf, kind of. So we've got Silverhawks from Ramen. We got the Centurions from Ramen. We got a couple Super 7 Transformers, Super 7 Voltron. We got Action Force Sergeant Slaughter. But then we got some independent toys. We got that the little orange dude there. We got Mayfex Michael Jordan. And the 1,000 Toys are Sentinel Halo. So that's just kind of miscellaneous. Down here it's got Storm. So you see there, we've got some of the Golden Axe stuff, one Mortal Kombat figure. And, you know, I need risers at least for these 3. But I think they work all right. I do have that little Fury Toys Leo up there. We'll do this last. Over here is also kind of miscellaneous. Start at the bottom. We have like Build-A-Figures or Marvel Legends or DC McFarlane Multiverse that I want to have out on display currently. This is probably the first shelf that'll get put away in the bin when we get new stuff. Up here, I have the very few wrestlers that I still have on display. I have the Undisputed Era and I have the Festival of Friendship. That's the NECA Dungeons and Dragons. Those look good. And then that Santa is the, whatever the company is, for, that did it with Big Bad Toy Store, but it has a custom head from Nikki Nicole. I think that looks cool. This is the Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates. I love these. I think they look really, really good. I think they turned out well. They look like they're right out of the cartoon. So that shelf has room to grow. Need risers here too, of course. Select Beta Ray Bill, the McFarlane King Shark, and then 4 of the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I do actually have 2 more, the last 2 of these coming in today, I think. So I may unbox those in this video, but I really like these 1/12 Animal Warriors of the Kingdom too. So I wanted to pick those up. We move over here. We got the NECA quarter scale down at the bottom, and then the gargoyles, the NECA gargoyles. Gives them a little more room with all their wings and stuff. They're very difficult to display. Then we'll go to the top, and you see up here we've got speedsters from McFarlane. We've got lanterns from McFarlane, and then we have symbiotes from Marvel Legends. And that's all of that type of stuff that we have. We took all the other Marvel Legends and McFarlane stuff down, so that's there. Then we step back, and you can see we've got a much better display space for the NECA movie and toon and arcade line. The reason I moved these is I used to have them in DTOFs and they got all crammed. These guys need the width more than the Legions do because of how wide some of these figures are. We took the risers out of these DTOFs to put them in there. I just need to get some more risers to replace them. And I actually think that looks really good. I think that's a much better way to display the turtles. So we got the movie stuff and the like rock and roll concert turtles up there, and the video game stuff is up there. I mean, the Archie comics in front. Been 4 of those released so far. Then down here we start the toon line, everything that I have from the toon on display, which is most of the figures. I don't have some of the duplicates or armies, but I have most of the figures still out on display. So there is still room across the front for a handful of releases. As you see down here, they're all down there. So this kind of heroes more so, but then a little bit of villains or humans. And I tried to put most of the mutants and the villains down here. Natalie helped me a lot with this, and I really appreciate her help. But I think that actually looks really, really good. And you can see them all together much better than the broken up DTOF. So that is the big update. I got the sign up there, of course. So now let's go up into the main toy room. Rufus, you want to go upstairs? Hey. All right, entering the main toy room. I got the couch over here because that's where I'm filming Monday Motivation. So it's on little sliders. See if you can see those underneath, like movers, so that I can just slide it wherever I need to. And I don't think much over here has changed, but I will go over each shelf. Let me just slide out of the way right now. You see how easy that is to just slide it out of the way. So you've got Dragon Ball. I did move, so down here is different, I think. Maybe I showed this in that other video. Got the helmets and the box figures. The Iron Studios there. Harry Potter. Hey, buddy. I don't think anything's different with any of that from the last update video I showed you. We've got the Sentinel stuff up there. Sentinel stuff there. Yeah? What are you doing, buddy? Just rolling all over it. Then the Dragon Ball. So I don't think anything's new here. Because primarily what we did was we switched the Turtles and the Mythic Legions. And a little bit of other changes. So you see all Natalie Sailor Moon stuff, Avatar stuff, some of our other anime. So this is where the Gargoyles used to be. And now you can see it's the Super 7 Disney Ultimates. That way Kaya had more room down there for her Demon Slayer stuff. Anything different there? I don't think so. Because we haven't had any new Super 7 since the Glow in the Dark Turtles. Nothing's new there. You've seen the Thunder Tank and all that. But this wall is where it is very, very different. Oh, I'm sorry. So down here, I'll zoom in for you. We got the Trolls. They each have their own place. And we do have the Horsemen, like a quadrant. It's almost like they made their logo as an ogre-sized figure. Oh, that stool's in the way. I'm sorry. And my thought is these cubes down here can, as I get more legions, they can become the cube where like a horse lives, or like the ogre scale. So like each troll could have a horse and an ogre down there with them. Make it a little easier to expand this space. But if you see here, that I think it looks a lot better with all the legions like that. Because the legions aren't, like they have individual factions or types. For instance, that's all the skeletons. I'm going to go over all these shelves. But it's easier to have them in smaller groups, and the turtles just kind of need to be a big group like they are. So let me go over all of these so that I can show you. We'll zoom in here. So that is kind of Heroes, Masters of the Universe, and then maybe a little bit more. A lot of those are customs that I've bought from people over the years, but some of those are Legions. And then the kind of villains shelf of the Masters of the Universe, either customs or tribute figures. So if you're not familiar, every year the Horsemen put out 2 tribute figures. So like if you see the Skeletor there, that's their tribute figure. This Skeletor is a custom. Then down here I have my skeletons. I have a fair amount of the skeletons that have been released. Then down here is kind of like creatures. So we've got some, and elves, because I don't have very many elves. I've got a couple cats, I got a couple minotaurs. That Cthulhu is like a custom head, that squid. The warrior has some customs. Come over here. Now dwarves are what I am especially short in. I only have 5. I need more dwarves. So dwarves don't have their own thing. They're kind of sitting in front. But you see I've got kind of demons and goblins taking up these 2 spaces. So down here are like all that type of demon right there with the pointed head, and then some other customs, and got some dwarves in the front. And then these are more different type of hell beasts or whatever. And then Krampus, I have the red and black Krampus there with Arether and his sword. Go up here, we got vampires. These are the vampires I have. I don't have nearly all the vampires. I just have a handful. Goblins, which I think are my favorites. I have all but one. I need the Bog Goblin, which I used to have years ago. I don't have any more. But that's my Goblin shelf. I have a bunch of customs in there too. I really like that. It looks like, is he falling? I think he's hanging in there. A little bit of falling. Then come over here. This has got the figure obscura and kind of other stuff. So it's got the moose, it's got the headless horseman. It does have a random horse. It has Eagles, but it also has like Santa. It's kind of miscellaneous. That shelf I'll probably change. I'll probably bring the moose down, bring the horse down, whatever. This is kind of the orcs type shelf. Various orcs that I have, and the big orcs, kind of troll orcs. Most of those are original, but there are a couple customs there too. And then the last 2 shelves are kind of humans. So I don't know. I guess I seem to have put people that had horns on their head, or some of the females in there. More of the sinister, kind of bad guy looking humans. And then up here is more of the knights, that type of human. But I do have that Cyclops up there, Archimedes. But I think that lends itself much better. Certainly expandable space here with Legions. I've probably got room for at least 12 more, but without doing anything. And then when I move the horses down there, I probably have room for 30 more Legions in this space. Ultimately, plus I have room for more turtles, so that made up. Now, I moved the G.I. Joe stuff that was down there. Some of it, or I just put it all up here, actually. And then some of it I put away, like the retro ones. So that's the G.I. Joe shelf, which is hanging in there pretty good. And everything else, I think, is the way that you saw it in the last video. What do you think, Bubba? Want to take a nap? Okay. But that's your collection update to start with. So shelves I kind of showed you every shelf, but the things I didn't show haven't changed from the recent collection videos we've looked at, like the Thunder Tank, and then we opened a bunch of stuff. But the big change was the switch of the Mythic Legions and the Turtles. I think it worked for both. Much better and created space. We did put some things away. We put some Marvel Legends away into the naughty bin. Those will probably get sold eventually. They're mostly MCU. And we did put a little bit of G.I. Joe away, like duplicates that have too many releases. And that'll probably continue. I don't think I'm going to sell those, but the Marvel Legends may go up for sale. I took down some Super 7, like wrestlers. I think you saw that in the last episode. But I got to go back to work day. I don't know if I'll talk to you again until Natalie and I are on the way to see the Air movie. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it should be a fun weekend. Going to be a low-key weekend around the house. I know many people say those are your kind of favorite episodes, when we're just kind of around the house, family time, hanging out with the puppy. And we get a special visitor tomorrow. Find out in some period of time later. I got to pee. Real quick, that box came in from Sparrow Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. So let's whip it out. These are the last 2 I need. I think they may have had a Kickstarter exclusive that I didn't get, but I can't remember. So this is Atreyu. He's a named. He's like a lion. You see their packaging is really nice. I like it. And then I got the gold weapon set. They have, every Wednesday, they have sales on Sparrow toys. Let's see if the website's on here anywhere. I'm not sure if, oh, maybe you can go there. awalk.fun. So the gold weapon set and then the Chunari. Actually, this is the one I'm most excited for. I love the way that kind of red copper looks. And he has like pimp staff. And then this is like the Chunari weapon set. I think the paints look awesome. I really like them. Let me whip them out. Got them all opened up. I'll start with the Treyu. It's like a lion. I think he's a lion. Let's see the paintwork on these. It's so nice. And they have great articulation, butterfly joints and such. Comes with a shield. I love their shields. Look at the designs on that. And I like the peg system. The pegs are in there. It comes with extra hands and the peg for that. Then he has this kind of big sword. And he also has the smaller sword there. Then the gold weapons pack. So it's got that same sword and dagger, just in a different color. And the gold, it's got a couple guns. This big axe. It's got a cane and a big axe. So I think that's cool. Then a Chunari. I think these are army builders. I just love that paint on there. I love that color. Love that paint. He's got a cool shield also. Very nice. He comes with a helmet. Oh, I've dropped it. I've dropped the helmet. He comes with a helmet. Then he has the cane, the sword, and the knife. And then the hands and extra pegs and such. And then these are the Chunari weapons. So a different cane. Some like throwing daggers, smaller axe, knives, and whatever. So I really am pleased with these guys. Jason and the team of Sparrow Toys does a good job. And I really like them. All right, just a quick update. Got them on the shelf. Got the Chunari back there. Got a Treyu in the front rearrange these guys. So these are the 6 regular releases. I do think there is a Kickstarter one. And there's a set of glow-in-the-dark weapons. I don't have either of those, but I like the way that looks. I'm keeping these here so I can get them out and play with them because I really like them. I think they're fun. And I think the paintwork is just exceptional. All right, now onward and upward. Well, we painted some. You'll catch that in the Wednesday videos. Time for the movie. Or maybe something with Kaya. We're going to the movie now. What are you doing?
Just gonna stay here.
Stay here with the puppy?
Yeah.
Eat some food?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go see a movie.
Ooh, we're not wearing our Michael Air Jordans, but that's all right.
Comfort.
Yeah, comfort. I'm going to wear Croc sandals. At least it's not thong sandals, I guess. Say hot pants.
Hot pants.
Oh, video. I'm excited. Some icons are meant to fly. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. No, it's busy. Mm-hmm. It's busy. We're not used. Usually we're here on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Well, we're going to see a Friday night movie, a Saturday morning movie, and a Sunday afternoon movie. So we're going to get the full spread. We just want to get a drink. That's all. Just a drink. That movie's going to be so good.
Come to this place.
No, Kaya's not here.
For magic.
We're exiting the movie. Did you like the movie?
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was excellent.
I always love Matt Damon and Ben Affleck on screen together. They always have the greatest chemistry. But the movie itself was great. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Affleck probably directed this.
Yes.
Anything they're in together, I will go see, and I'll see anything Matt Damon is in, period. Jason Bateman was very good in this. Mm-hmm. Chris Tucker was very good in this.
It was great.
I mean, in terms of movie, that's one of the better movies Viola Davis is tremendous.
She was fantastic.
In terms of movie, it's one of the better movies we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Because there's zero explodo effects.
No, but it still keeps you engaged the whole time. Like I felt like it went by so fast. I was like, oh,
I did too. And I think a thing that's good about the movie was Air. It's the story of how Nike signed Michael Jordan. What I think demonstrates how well done that movie is, we'll talk about when we get in the car. So it's a known outcome. Like it's that Michael Jordan signs with Nike. Yeah. Like everyone on Earth basically knows. But
you're still like suspenseful throughout the process. Like you don't know.
You're like genuinely happy when it happens. Yes. Because, it's also interesting because Nike is this global power, and probably a lot of people don't like Nike as a brand and the various things about how their shoes are made, and most people just don't like multi-billion-dollar corporations anyway. But they were the underdog in this, and not just in the story, just at this time, at least in the basketball brand. And so,
I think it said they had like what, 17%.
Of the market share, which is still plenty of money. It wasn't like they were mom and pop, but the way they tell the story makes you want them to succeed, and then when it happens, it's really good. So it's a well told, well acted.
Yes.
And, kind of uniquely enough, Michael Jordan's not in the movie. He's just barely, you hear his voice.
And you see just like...
the actor playing Michael Jordan is probably not credited.
Probably not.
Because it's not about Michael. It's about Sonny Vaccaro and the team that signs that. And in terms of the story of Jordan Brand in the early years, I mean, the only component missing is Tinker Hatfield, who designs the Jordan 3 and then designs most of Michael's shoes for a while.
But this is just
it's just the origin. But in terms of all the things that matter to Jordan Brand, once you get to Tinker Hatfield, you're done. So it has basically everything else to get to the Jordan 1 and talking about they're going to pay the fine and the band reds and all that stuff. It's really good. So if you're into sports history, business history, sneaker culture, you like Nike or Jordans, or honestly, you just want to see a well-acted movie.
Yeah. Or kind of like an underdog.
Yeah, it's underdog
story. Like, it's very much, it gives that feel.
There are 74 16-year-olds that don't know how to drive right here. So we're going to dip, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Next morning, we're going to Quick Trip. Look how pretty she looks.
Aww.
We are going to see Creed 3 this morning. Just it'll be another date day. One thing I want to mention about the Air movie, we've talked more about it, is the amount of love they showed to the 80s and the props and the scene dressing and the music was tremendous. We want to see it again. Actually, may go see it again in the theater. That's not close. We're here to get breakfast. That's what we're here to get. And then we're going to go to the movie. Hardy's closed. We're going to get a biscuit. It is. It said permanently closed. That must have happened the last week. Not all Hardy's, just the Hardy's ones. But that's what we're doing. Next stop, Creed, Hot Cheetos. There's new things to show. Ring Pops, Rise Fuel Energy Drink, Kool-Aid. And then they have new flavor of taquitos. Jalapeno with bacon, and Natalie got 2 Korean beef taquitos. This is delicious. The Ring Pop Zero Sugar Berry Blast, delicious. The Korean, I don't know where she went. The Korean taquito was good. Natalie took a bite and then said, oh no, could be intestinal distress.
Yeah.
Gonna pass.
Yeah.
So that means when we get done at the movie, at AMC Theaters, we just go get crumble cookies.
Yay!
Go to the NECA Funko section because I think Brooklyn and Broadway gargoyles are starting to show up in Target.
Oh, we got to.
Yeah, we'll have to look for it. And then later today, big surprise, new cast member. There may not be a Creed 3 poster for us to take a picture with. I don't know. That movie's been out for a long time, but we're going to look for one. I'm excited. Natalie's not seen any of the Creed movies. I've only seen a couple Rocky. I've seen all of it, but she's being very gracious to go with me. And then tomorrow, I will go with her to see John Wick 4, which I have not seen any John Wick movies, which I know is probably sacrilege in the nerd community, but it is what it is.
I've seen him. Steve Carell, Matt Dillon.
Please don't be an animated movie that all these people are voicing. Please be a actual movie. We're inside.
Jeff Goldblum?
That is an amazing cast. Holy cow.
Wow.
We're excited for that movie. What else is in here that we're going to see before we go in the theater? They didn't have a Creed poster. Indiana Jones we're excited for. Fast X we're excited for. That's soon. Covenant, we saw a trailer for that last night. It looked good. Spider-Verse, definitely. Elemental, are we going to see that? The Pixar movie? Yeah, that's a yes. We'll see a lot of movies. We're going to see 3 this weekend. So that'll probably start the bonanza of movies this summer. But Creed has been out for like 6 weeks, so I don't know that anybody's going to be in this theater. Well, somebody walked right out of it. Unique Cocktails. That movie also. 13. Time to see Creed. No treats because we just had a little breakfast from the quick trip. But cookies afterward, yes. Oh. This is our favorite theater. It has the sofa couches that recline.
We need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get.
We're out of the movie. We haven't talked about it at all. How did you like it?
I liked it.
You did actually like it?
As far as like not knowing anything about it, I liked it.
I know you're not, like, you don't love the boxing scenes. What
would give you that impression?
Well, you were like grabbing my hand and turning your face away. Which is because they're very, very well done.
Yeah,
like
they really are.
They are.
I'm like,
they always have been in the Rocky franchise.
It was filmed very well.
Oh yeah. Let's get in the car. It is hot. I'll start the car. See if we have the thong song on.
Oh.
You never know. Sounds like talk radio. So, what were your thoughts before I give my thoughts? Because they may be pretty different.
I liked the storyline. It was good. I liked the familial.
Yeah. So you understand now what I say, especially in Creed more so than the Rocky movies. Boxing is just the vehicle to tell a story.
Yes.
To tell a character story.
Yes. The character development is really well done.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I really did like it.
Liked it? Like, would you go see Creed 4?
Yes.
Which I did read.
Yes.
I did read Michael B. Jordan has confirmed is in the works. He's confirmed Creed 4. So Michael B. Jordan directed this movie too. Coogler had directed the first two. So my first statement is, it is, especially with last night, we have seen a tour de force of acting.
Yes.
You know, we've not been in genre. I mean, Creed is a franchise, but it's not genre. It's not sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. There's no CG. And we have seen some of the best actors in the world over these last 12 hours.
Yes.
In this, Wood Harris is fabulous as the trainer, Duke, Julius from Remember the Titans. But Tessa Thompson, Jonathan Majors, and Michael B. Jordan are incredible. Yes. They are incredible.
And the little girl is
the little girl's
fantastic.
very, very good. Yes, very, very good. I don't know her name. You know, it's not surprising that those three are so good. I mean, they're some of the best actors in the world. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, Jonathan Majors, I don't know what's going to happen with him. You know, he's in trouble right now and has been arrested and so forth for potential domestic abuse situation. I'm not sure. It's not for us to talk about here. So, but it's, you know, he's not in a great spot currently, which stinks stinks no matter what, obviously. But really, if true, it's unfortunate when he should be just the king of the world this month between Ant-Man and Creed.
Yeah.
And it's fallen on hard times. But I tell you what, the level of intensity he brought to this role, and even the facial acting and the way he would stalk across the ring.
Yes, like even the way he would emote with just his eyes without having to say anything.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Probably by the time you're watching this, you can't see it in the theaters. Maybe if you have like a dollar movie near you. I don't know if dollar movies still exist anymore. But when I grew up, there was dollar movie. It was like movies after they left the theaters you could see.
It was like an old
movie theater.
Old movie theater
yeah,
that
it
they just
smelled awful.
Yeah, bad seeds.
Michael B. Jordan is just tremendous. I love him, you know, and it's unique because I've kind of grown up with him. I don't know that I've watched him grow up. I mean, I've watched him grow up, but also grown up with him because he was a little kid on The Wire. I mean, he can't have been Kaya's age when he was on The Wire, and then Friday Night Lights he was excellent in, and then obviously like Fruitvale Station, but then you get the Black Panther and then these three Creed movies. You know, 15-20 years I've been watching him. He's just tremendous. He's tremendous. Tessa Thompson especially brings it in this role.
She's wonderful.
We love her in Westworld. Obviously, she's Valkyrie in the Thor movie. She's in a lot of things.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
The story is very good. It's an intense movie.
And they do a good job of putting boxing in more than just like one or two spots. Like you get to see boxing multiple times, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like
it's
not just like storyline building up to one fight.
What
like,
I have appreciated about the Creed franchise is they took the Rocky franchise and they make it modern and unique but they do keep some like homages. My only criticism is Sylvester Stallone's not in the movie, and that's probably maybe his choice, maybe whoever's choice. There certainly would have been a place for Adonis to go have a conversation with Rocky, and try to sort through some stuff, even if it was just one scene. I would I just always would like to see Rocky in a movie, but they had the Rocky franchises are probably most known for their training montages.
Yes,
I mean the training montage comes from the Rocky movies, and they had a fantastic training montage, but it's hip-hop based, and so it's modern music. Soundtrack from this also very good. The soundtrack last night was good. The soundtrack for this was very good. And then the way they handled the final fight, as opposed to, like, for instance, if Rocky 2, where they kind of show you clips from every single round, and it takes up like 45 minutes at the end of the movie. You enter like a dream sequence, kind of.
Yes, where it like eliminates the crowd.
Cinematography's gorgeous in that. And then you jump and you're at the end of the fight, so you don't have to make it so long. But then always in the final round of a Rocky fight, you're gonna have a score. You're not gonna have popular music. You have a score. You have trumpets, and they did it different in this. But then at the end, as the ending goes, they play the always Rocky has won theme, but they play it differently and very slow, and it made me cry. Because I've just seen that so many times, probably, 11, 12 movies in my life have I heard that music. So it's very nostalgic. But I think that movie's approachable. You need to know what's happened. Like, I had to tell her, if I had not told her who Adonis Creed is, who his mom is, the relationship with his mother, you could have kind of figured it out. But they don't necessarily tell you some of these things. They just assume you've watched at least one of the previous 12 movies, like somewhere.
And I've seen two of the Rocky movies. So I've seen the one with the Russians. So as soon as Drago's sign, I instantly was like, oh, okay, I know who that is. And so I would say, if you can see it on the big screen, see it, because it really is beautifully filmed. And the boxing sequences are incredibly choreographed and very believable. And I know, and a lot of times they really do hit each other. But it's worth a watch. And, watching these, and John Wick is a franchise movie. But I think Keanu Reeves is one of the best actors in the world. It makes me want to go see some of, not just go to the superhero movies. It makes me want to get back to going to see other movies. Because I remember last year, I think one of our favorite movies we saw last year was the Nick Cage playing himself movie, which was silly and funny, but it was just no CG, just acting. And Pedro Pascal. It was just acting. And I think we need to get back to that. What the name of that? It was something about the
wasn't it just called being Nick Cage? Oh, the massive weight of unbearable talent or something like that. The unbearable
weight of massive talent.
Yes. That movie is great if you haven't seen that movie.
Fantastic.
But that's where we're at. I think we need to see, and we're going to do more dates and do things that Kai, because, Kai is not, she's not old enough to be terribly invested in just really strong acting. She still needs some of the other stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the NECA Funko section.
Just texted me a picture of the empty container.
Kai's just sitting home, just ate a whole Ben and Jerry's. Well, that's good for her. We're at Target. You say you need to go check the girls section because there's all these anime shirts?
Yeah, they might have some Sailor Moon stuff over there.
What's this? Purple.
Oh, you watch out.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
I do.
It's your jam.
It is. Do they have
That's not a big shirt. Medium.
They're small.
Athletic, and it's athletic fit, so it's gonna be big on you. Hang on to it. Oh, it's cheap, $12. Wow, these shirts are low cost. Look at these Dragon Ball sweatpants.
Oh, you can get the matching shirt.
Huh? It's a whole unit. That might be a little big. It does say in the name of the moon, I'll punish you, but I don't think that's where it goes. Maybe it came from somewhere else.
Oh wait, here's one hanging.
Huh? I don't know what that is. It's a Stranger Things shirt. Everything's just kind of splayed about here, but they do have a lot of ladies' things as well. Pika. Back to this. Oh, Lego Indiana Jones. I think I saw that's the first Indiana Jones set in 20 years or something. 15 years. I don't want to go down there. There's a lot of people in this section. Is that no? Scroll. What are we working with here? The Fallen? Will we see anything that we've not seen? I haven't been in the Target or Walmart in a while. Looks like no new Marvel Legends whatsoever. Oh, this there is. There's Rocket Raccoon. That's new. I don't think there's anything new to. They're working right there, so I'm gonna leave that be. Didn't look like there's any new wrestlers. I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna resist. As much as I want the Bowser, I'm gonna resist and go to the NECA Funko section. We're here, primarily because we have some other things that Natalie's picking up right now that we need to get for later. But Brooklyn and Broadway, NECA Gargoyles, have been seen in some Targets in the Midwest, so I'd like to find them. I got them on pre-order, but if I can find them, pay 5% less here at Target, I would like to do that. And let's see. I imagine they're going to be pretty big boxes. Pretty easy to see. None of that. Looks like gargoyles. Those are. Look at that Hagrid's hut, like massive. Pop. Antetokounmpo. Nope, not gonna be there. There are several places at this Target, but there's not. Look at that. Dark Detective. I do not believe King Tut. I don't think I've seen that yet. I always liked him in that show. He was a villain that I appreciated. Thought it was funny. Gundam kits. Alright. I don't see any gargoyles here. Remnants of the Holophon. I'm surprised there's still a mutated Shredder, even though he's going to be everywhere. That was a good one. What about over here? That's a lot of E.T. Gremlins, accessories, aliens. No gargoyles, though. No gargoyles. Let's see. The rest of the hall. Oh, gargoyles. Oh, that's Hudson. We have Hudson already. Hudson. Spider Gremlin is still here. There's actually quite a bit from the Holophon still here. Almost all of it. Almost all of it. See all that on the side? I guess I was right that most of that was gonna peg one. But I'm still glad I have it because I've been able to redo the displays, get them all set up, and hopefully no new Ninja Turtles for a while. All right, I think that'll do it for us in here. We're gonna pick up some other stuff, and next up, I'm gonna pick up some cookies. I lied. I'm at the puppy section. I'm gonna get Rufus this Operation Tug of War. Why? Because I think he'll like it, and Operation was a game I was terrible at, and I think Rufus will be better at it than me. All right, now, Target, AMC is there, and then Crumble cookies. Yay. It's like the Subway of cookies. Oh boy. Ooh. You know what?
You think we should get 6?
A party box?
6, one of each flavor that's up there?
Not the party box?
Well, we don't need 12 cookies.
I guess that's true. Cookie butter lava. Strawberry. Oh boy. What did we get? We did not get that one.
No.
We got one of each and then 2 of that one.
Yes.
Because you're going to eat 2 of those probably yourself. Look at that chocolate chip. Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm going to enjoy picking that one apart.
But there's only one of them. That cookie batter. Oh, yes. We're back home. There's Rufus. Silver buttons. Kai's been painting. All the silver buttons, what?
All the silver buttons on this, I ended up covering up with paint, so then I had to repaint them all with a toothpick.
That's an interesting statement. We have, we got ourselves some Chick-fil-A and we got some Crumble cookies and we got Rufus a prize.
Yeah.
Rufus, do you want a prize? Oh, that's a
He's
yes.
a very good boy.
Oh, we're going to have to cut the tags off at first.
The tweeters. And you gotta try to get him. Oh,
A broken heart, of course. Operation. I'm the doctor for you. Are you excited he got the operation, the toy? You like that, Rufus?
Yeah.
You go right for the crotch, huh? That's a little suspect. Are you excited for Crumble?
I
Have you ever had crumble before?
I've never had crumble before. No.
You want to come see what's in the crumble box?
Hello.
Chocolate peanut butter, chocolate chip, 2 cookie butters, cinnamon sugar, strawberry cheesecake.
Biscoff?
Rufus like, me? Those for me?
This look really good.
Back in the car again.
Yep.
We're on the way to secret location A for reconnaissance mission B. Are you excited for that?
I'm very excited.
I am as well. What about you, Kaya?
I'm excited.
And I also feel prepared for the mission.
Wait,
Was that a question mark?
wait,
I'm excited.
Wait, do I know what we're talking about?
I don't know, but the way you said that was with the question. I'm excited.
It makes me wonder if you know what we're talking about.
Because I thought I knew what the location was, but now I'm questioning it.
Huh.
Because I didn't expect you to say it like that. But
Well, these people don't know what the location is, nor do they necessarily know anything related around it, because it's not our business to talk about.
so I do know what it is.
Maybe are those little goats?
Oh, baby goat!
So baby goats, yeah.
I want a baby goat.
So
But if it is what I think it is, then I'm very excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Okay.
We're at our secret mission. What you doing, Kaya?
Taking tags out of the Minnie Mouse jacket.
We have this Minnie Mouse set of prizes for this little one. This little one. You gonna say anything? Nope. Because there's this little one. We've got new baby Violet. And we got Shiloh. And we got David and Megan's in there. She's in there. Oh, you're gonna have to get new letters. We've got new baby Violet. David and Megan's new baby, just a few days old, taking a little nap. And we brought some prizes for them and some prizes for Shiloh. And where'd the puppies go? Where you at, Riley? There he is. Next time we come, we'll bring your buddy Rufus and y'all can go outside and have a good old time. Look at your face. Did you just get a doorknob situation?
Just like, no.
Baby's first doorknob. Second doorknob. I already got doorknob on her if we're honest. She's been letting it ride.
She would sit down.
What's going on
Six
over
dogs.
there?
Well, there were 6 dogs at her house.
Huh?
And every time she would sit down, one would be nudging her ear and one would be falling out.
It's a wonderful day. Oh, you've been summoned.
All right, just a couple clips, but we are very happy. The little baby Violet has arrived. I don't know that we had talked about that they were pregnant again, but she is here. She is home. She's healthy and she's safe.
She's adorable.
And she's adorable. And so we came over, spent a few hours. We got a bunch of baby stuff and, whatever that you get for new parents. Then Natalie picked out clothes and diapers and what have you.
Mitts and socks and
then, but I am try to be sensitive that it's probably not it's great time for Shiloh, but also hard because it's all of a sudden there's a new center of attention. So we brought Shiloh prizes as well so that she wouldn't feel neglected. And then Kai spent a lot of time playing with her. And obviously just a handful of clips because, I want to invade their privacy, but David did say we could show little Violet and introduce her to all of you. And all right,
she's just so precious.
so we're gonna head home and we will talk to you tomorrow on the way to see John Wick chapter 4. You're not going to see that. You're gonna babysit Rufus. Yeah, you earned some manga.
I did. I earned books.
Oh,
Oh.
we're in the car. It's the next day. Very nice to see Violet and Shiloh and David and Megan, everybody home safe and the doggies. So that was wonderful. And now we're on our way to John Wick. I watched everything you need to know about John Wick going into John Wick for a 7-minute video that did have an in-video product placement. Do you think I'm equipped?
I think you're equipped enough. Yeah, in a nutshell. All of the main plot points.
So it really is, anytime you know people, you always find like that shocking gap in their things that they've consumed. Where you're like, how'd you just not see any of the John Wick movies? Like, you watch all that other random crap like that. Like, how did you not see those? No good answer. My guess is, because isn't the first John Wick long ago?
Yes.
Like
I think it
long,
is.
long ago? Yeah, we'll look that up.
I'm gonna
Because my guess is, so things that came out specifically from 2006-ish to 2010, and then again from 2013 to 15.
There you go. It was 2014.
I would not have seen, because at that point in my life, the first point, I didn't have enough money to go to a movie. I mean, I didn't have cable, I didn't have streaming, and nothing. I had to watch whatever's on DVD. And then the second time was when I was moving for work. So I moved to Alabama, and then I moved to Oklahoma, and I didn't know anybody because I kept moving to a place I'd never been before. And you don't usually go to the movies just completely by yourself in a brand new town. At least I know. So that's probably why, because I actually did not see Iron Man and Incredible Hulk in a theater. The first of the Avengers movies I saw in a theater was Thor. And I actually think when I saw Thor, I hadn't even seen Iron Man or Hulk. I think I had to go back and watch those before Captain America and Avengers. So there's like these gaps in my life where all I was watching was the Sopranos box set on DVD. So that's all I had. Things like that. So it's probably it fell into that. Then you miss the first one, then you don't watch any of the others. Now Fast and Furious, we'll go see that in a couple weeks. I've seen a lot of those. I've probably seen half, but I didn't see them all.
I've probably seen 8 out of 10. Probably, maybe 9 out of 10. I'll have to go back through. I feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 that I might have missed.
So I saw 1 and 2 definitely. I saw when The Rock is introduced. I saw Paul Walker died. I think that's it. Maybe 4. Maybe another one. I saw the one that had The Rock and Jason Statham before they spun that movie off. Because The Rock, rock bottoms, Jason Statham through the glass.
Shaw.
Yeah, that was a spinoff. I didn't see that, but I saw the movie. And then I saw the one that had Ronda Rousey in it.
Yes.
So again, like for good, I mean, no, you wouldn't know it because we've been very fortunate. We're very blessed, and we work very hard at work to be able to provide opportunities. But a good chunk of my life, I would not have had the money to spend $20 to go to the movie theater.
Or the time. Me either.
Yeah, just not. So I had to, like, it was a big sacrifice, which I know it is for many people, to go to the movie. So you only go, like, what you really want to go. And I'd only go to the movies once, twice a year. So a lot of that stuff, and if you don't see it in the movie back then, there was no streaming. You don't buy the DVD. So I just never saw a lot of this stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and from 2008 until recent, you know, Kaya's been a growing child. So
Yeah,
it's not
you
like,
go to the R-rated John Wick movie with the kid.
Yeah. It creates a less than opportunity.
And even now, like, she's just kind of old enough here in the last few months, and maybe not old enough, has proven responsible enough where we feel comfortable leaving her to watch a dog, and, you know, we don't have to worry about anything going on. So, I don't know. But we're going to go see John Wick 4, and I think I'm excited. People are saying it's one of the best action movies ever, so that's exciting. And I love Keanu Reeves.
I mean,
And I think Lawrence Fishburne's in it, yeah?
Yes.
Looks like. I like him very much. Maybe they'll just suddenly become the Matrix. Maybe Neo will show up. I don't know. You never know. Rub it. It's a handsome gentleman, that Bowser.
And we go somewhere we've never been before.
Blanket.
Not just entertain.
Movie over. Did you enjoy it?
I did. Very, very, very much.
Very, very, very much. I'll go first since I've not seen any of the others. It's a very good action movie. I certainly would benefit, I think, from knowing more about what happened in the first 3 movies. I mean, certainly. I mean, most people know the big plot points of John Wick. Hold on, get in the car. You know, kind of the general dog wife type stuff. But there's like at least one specific relationship that I don't think I paid attention at all to in the 6 minutes of recap, and that gentleman was pretty important to the nature of this movie. The blind guy, who I don't think I even knew much attention to who he was, and he was like the main character of the movie, other than John Wick. So we're not going to spoil anything, but it's it's long. It's a long movie. It is ridiculous. It's absurd.
If
it really
you
is
enjoy
absurd.
Fight scenes
and action movies, but don't think it's real. Like, if you, the people shooting in this movie make the stormtroopers and Cobra from G.I. Joe look like tops marksmen, and they hadn't hit nobody yet. I understand he's got a bulletproof suit, but he ain't got a bulletproof head, and he killed 756,000 people, and can't one of them even graze the head? And at one point, people were fighting with bows and arrows against machine guns. John Wick fought with all the weapons from the Ninja Turtles in this movie at one time or another. He had all the Ninja Turtles weapons. That had to be intentional.
Yes.
And what was I Am Klaus. That was my favorite character.
Klaus.
They have to know what they're doing. I think they know this franchise is silly. They had a guy that's only words were I Am Klaus. He said it multiple times. Like, there ain't no way they forgot about I Am Groot. Like, they just decided to have I Am Klaus. And they have, like, the bootleg Kingpin. Who I like that guy, too. It's almost like tongue-in-cheek, goofy.
Yeah, it's just a good action movie. Like, if you just want to see a bunch of fight scenes and guns and...
But absurd. Like, not like if you're the type of person, which I am not.
Almost
but if you're the type of
Kill
person that's like, they would have killed him. Like, that would never happen. Don't go, this ain't it. He would die in the first 7 seconds of the movie. It's very enjoyable. Mm-hmm. It's long, and it doesn't let up. There's really not a stop. Like, it's basically, once the fighting begins, it goes for 3 hours. I think it's also amazing that Keanu Reeves plays this iconic character, and he may not say 15 words in that whole movie.
He doesn't talk
very few words, but
he's a man of few
plays
words.
it. Well, it's very good. Now, as opposed to the acting tour de force that we saw the last 2 episodes, that's not what this is.
No.
Like, there's certainly some fine performances, but this is not...
this is for the action.
It's just the Explodo without... There's probably some CG in this, but... I will say the coolest in that world of the Explodo action stuff was where he had... The people made the bullets that would catch on fire when they shot him, I guess, because his suit is bulletproof so that it would burn his face. And he got that gun, and he was just blowing people up with it. That was pretty cool. And there is a doggy.
Yes.
And the last thing I'm going to say before we stop this clip is I haven't seen a horror movie, Natalie, but going to see an action movie, Natalie, ain't the greatest. I got beat up.
Oh,
I got punched. You hit me in the shoulder. You, like, grabbed my wrist and tried to, and then, like, there was this one scene where somebody stabbed people with knives multiple times, like, up their body over and over again. And each time she hit me, I was sure, yeah. It's a pretty crowded movie theater. Yeah. Like, screaming and, like, stabbing me in my, like, right here. Why? I'm not that person. I'm not the one that did it. So she gets into it.
I am not.
But then, like, also will fully turn away from, like, some of it.
Yeah.
So it was quite a thing. Because she does not do that in, like, Guardians of the Galaxy. But in this, it was actually kind of a little concerning a little bit the way you were into that and that person just knifing them, like, in their calves and then their quad. Yeah, get him in the nuts! Get him! Cut his penis off! I'm like, oh, time to go! We're back home. The table is mess. Can't look at that. Natalie's working on her figure and some of the stuff Kent sent you're going to see in a video. Working on some pop and swaps. Kai's having some raviolis. Did you eat all your raviolis? Well, you just look thrilled to be alive. It's just a princess over there, indeed. What you doing, buddy? Rufus just had his worms medicine or one of the normal medicines he gets that makes him a little groggy. He's a little sleepy. You just pooed it too. I smell it, Rufus. That will end this episode of Life at the Dubs. Very little Kaya, because she's over there being a princess. Lots of Natalie and I, lots of movies, lots of good times. And we met Violet. We did a collection update. I know everybody was excited about that. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite movie that we saw this weekend? Air, Creed, or John Wick 4? Still Air?
Probably Air. It was really, really good. I loved John Wick. Don't get me wrong. But Air really, like, moves you. It's like... almost gives you those same feelings as like Rudy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and so it just gives you all the good feels.
Yeah. Yeah. So Air should spin out a couple weeks at the time you're watching it. Of the other two we've seen, John Wick might be in theaters. Creed's probably gone. Air you should go see. It's very good.
Definitely.
Wonderful acting, wonderful directing.
Yes.
Great. The props are great. The music is great.
The little love letter to the 80s is wonderful.
Go see it. And when you see it, you know they have that weird like toothpaste candy that's like gel candy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You take it and you put it up here and say, "Everyone, look at me as I
Squeeze it!